Welcome to the Whitetail Advantage Podcast with your host, Brett Bovin. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Brett Bovin, along with our co-host, Adam the Squatch, and Johnny Nitro, and David Heath. But because I am the star of the show. No, anyways, I'm not the star. I'm just an idiot with Typical. It's very delicious. If you haven't had Typical yet, you need to try some. I'm going to take a sip right now. Oh, it's just so refreshing. Anyways, we all know I don't like doing intros, but today is Tuesday, January 14th, episode 121. Man, it seems like last year when we started this back at the end of January, we were doing episode 13. And to think that where Whitetail Advantage has come from there to now is leaps and bounds of what I thought it would be. And I'm just happy and proud of everything that we put into this and proud of the guys that we brought onto the team here. We have a lot of news that we got coming up here as well. A couple camps that we're going to be running. We'll get more into that at a different time. But anyways, we don't do any of the codes, any of that stuff that we do with partners, stuff like that. We do that at the end because we just want to get into the show. However, we are doing our live show now on YouTube and Facebook, our Facebook page, that is, because last year we got put on probation because of a comment that was made. And they said that we violated the nudity policy. I read the elements of that nudity policy that they said that we violated. We didn't hit any of the elements. Basically, no one got on the show naked. No one's getting on here naked on the show. I asked for an appeal of that, and within seconds, the show they're like, no, we're denying your appeal. You're still on probation, basically. So that's when I said, F you, Facebook, we're going to stick to YouTube. And with with our show, what we do differently is we say what we want. We speak the truth. I'm tired of this fake woke culture that's been brought up now in America. And I'm just tired of all the fake bullshit that's basically being put out there. And I'm tired of it. People are scared of saying what they want to say and it's annoying. I'm not apologetic. I don't expect any of the guests to be apologetic what they say, especially the teammates. They say what they want. Yeah, it's just annoying. I have a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to just get into a little rant by myself. But anyways, if this is the first time tuning into the show, we do a live show every Sunday and Tuesday. On Sundays, it's more of a roundtable segment. We bring guests on. We learn more about their strategies and just learn more about the guests. And we just talk about overall topics in the hunting community as we want. On Tuesdays, we do our live show where we cover a state and we bring a guest from that lives in that state and we ask them any questions, basically their hunting strategies, and learn more about that state. However, today we're doing a roundtable segment because on Sunday we had our guests. We covered Texas, but we also like to call this the electronic campfire week. Everyone gathers around, share stories, learn strategies, and whatnot. If you have any comments, questions, or jokes, or anything like that, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and we'll pop them up during the screen and address them as they come about. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, we never tell anybody no. Feel free to reach out to us on our social media platforms, or you can go to our website and we have everything set up where you can book it right there on the website. And our website is www.whitetailadvantage.com. And again, we say what we want. Don't scared. Last thing, we have a saying on the show, put your cord in a slot machine. What I strongly mean by that is I believe hunting is a dying sport. It's a dying lifestyle. So all we ask everybody out there is just help share a show. That's all we ask. Anyways, we all know I can't stand doing intro, so we're just going to end it there with that. And we're bringing all the guys on. And there they all are. The
what is
cute,
going on,
sexy
everyone?
men.
What's up, man?
3 sexy men and a chick.
And a tippy cow.
And then Tippy Cow. Yeah.
I'm not the chick.
Bovin Woods is in the house.
Right there.
Oh,
That's what we got tonight.
okay.
Oh,
so
I thought you were busting up wine or some shit.
Oh God, no, dude. Basil Hayden.
I got some
Motherfucker's drinking Boone's Farm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looked like he was drinking Boone's Farm wine or something.
Hey, I want the attention on me. Fuck Johnny.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he is an attention whore. So you got, I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm rocking the Ducks, Oregon Ducks football sweatshirt camo. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. Granted, we won.
I don't want to hear that Ohio State's in. They're still pissing me off.
We won the Big Ten, but my other favorite team, Notre Dame, were in the championship game against Ohio State. So, just like I think Ohio State is the one school that everybody just hates Ohio State.
Oh,
even
that's Ohio.
It's the most hated school in the entire country. Granted, Michigan is going to hate Ohio State. Illinois fans are going to hate Purdue or Illinois and stuff like that. And it's just an overall consensus. Everyone hates Ohio State. Anyways, that's enough.
Sports.
That's enough of my sports.
Well, they spend more money than the NFL on their players. So
yeah, true. They spent $20 million and they're trying to cover that up about their football team. They're like, oh, they only brought in blah, blah, blah. No, they spent $20 million to bring those players in.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can tell Squatch doesn't like this talk, so we can change it up here.
Do you know why Columbus doesn't have a professional football team?
Why?
Because then Cleveland would want one, and so would Cincinnati.
Anyways, tonight's topic, really, I mean, we generally don't have a topic. We just go off the dome. But tonight, I'd like to talk about the hunting culture and how it's kind of evolved into what it's at now. And basically from when you two dinosaurs walked the earth, Squatch and David, to where it's at now.
It has changed. I can definitely tell you the deer population has changed. I remember from the 80s hunting with my buddy Dan out at his aunt's farm. If you didn't see 200 deer at least in the day, you know.
When I was a kid growing up, I was very fortunate. Where I lived, we had over 400 or 500 acres all around us, and it was just a dirt road. And I remember when they cut the log roads up in my grandparents' property, my dad and I would go up there, and I'm not kidding you, there would be between 50 to 75 deer in a straight line, like this time of the year, yarded up, walking through one by one. And I watched those herds dwindle. Now you're lucky if you see 5 or 6 together. It's not what it used to be. And like I said, 5 years ago, we got whaled at EHD. And that put a hurting on that unit over there. And it's not the same. It's just deer, because deer get displaced. So there's more building. You got subdivisions going in here and there and everything. Like I said, it's still pretty country like here. It's not too bad. But, I mean, there used to be just so much more area for these deer to roam. And I can honestly say even up in the mountain destinations and stuff where I go where it's really wilderness, you don't see the herds like you used to.
Yeah, by far, no, you don't.
The way I've been seeing the hunting's been coming about is, in my opinion, talking to my dad and the elders that I know, you basically had like no technology. Obviously, the technology that we have now is
just a spotlight.
It's nothing compared to what they had back on what we have now. They had to have woodsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys had to like learn basically all this stuff right off the hoof and just go with it. Now we have so much information just flooding out there. It's just like, first it's like, well, who do I trust? Like, what do I read? Well, it's like, it's so much. And it's like, it's kind of cluttered all the crap. And it's just like, I could see a new hunter looking at hunting in a multitude of ways. Of everyone says, well, hunting's easy. But then again, I'm not saying we have a bunch of bad articles out there, but we just have a ton of articles. If they don't have someone that's like kind of like, you should read this book or you should read this article or what to start reading or anything like that, they can get overwhelmed. And I think that's another main reason of why people don't want to get into hunting, because it's like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they have
right, wrong.
Yeah, it's very intimidating. It can be. And like Squatch and I mean, I was blessed. Squatch was with his father, on his side. My uncle
What's up,
was basically my mentor. He's the only one really in my family, but he lived less than a mile away and we lived way out in the country.
Yeah.
So he made sure we had guns, bows,
Yeah.
my mom or dad would buy their hunting license, but he was the one that would basically, you'd be out in the woods and you'd be paying attention on what the hell to do, or you ain't killing shit. There was no phones. You had a compass with you, and that was kind of it. And he'd be like, all right, you look for deer trails, you look for this, you look for bedding, play the wind. And then back then, the camouflage was really vague back then too, Squatch. I'm sure you had. It was almost like the woodland camo and tree bark, and that was it.
Still got
there was
it.
None of that digital shit.
Well, like this stuff. Oh shit! Here.
The woodland.
Yep. Yeah, we had that woodland camo. My father served in the Vietnam era, but I had his OD green stuff to wear when I was out in the woods, and I was like one of the first dudes that was wearing solids for deer hunting, and now it's a big popular thing. I didn't know shit about it, but I actually, he taught me. He's like, wear that OD green when you go out hunting, and then, he was like, my dad could like do anything. Just I'm kind of the same way, but he sewed up a handkerchief and we cut eye holes in it. It was like one of the first face masks I had to like put into my hat and sit there when I was bow hunting and be able to get totally camouflaged, because I didn't really hunt out of the trees a lot when I was a kid. When I really first started hunting, I was a ground hunter. And when I started taking up bow hunting, I honestly can tell you, by squirrel hunting in the early fall is when I learned deer patterns, deer movement, because I would be squirrel hunting and I would walk up on the deer and see them in the woods. And I'm like, they're always up there on the ridge, and then they come down. And then as I got a little bit older, 11, 12 years old, I was like, Dad, I can pull the bow back, get me a freaking bow. I want to get in the woods and start bow hunting. And he was bow hunting at the time. And we were like, except for like a cousin or so, or like the only ones that bow hunted in the family. My grandfather did. My grandfather was just a rifle hunter, but all like my grandfather's brothers and stuff. That's where I got like the walking and driving and that all that aspect of learning how deer movement works.
Yeah.
And you're combining those generations. There's no technology. Like I told you guys, my grandfather used to take sewing string, and we would string it between trees where the runs were. And if that string got broke a lot through there, we knew to put a tree stand there. And that's what we used to do. We used to build them out of wood.
Yep.
And, that's how, when you say technology, dude, people that are coming into hunting this time now in this era have a major freaking advantage of.
Oh, that's an understatement.
What to do, because they still have to apply it. They still have to learn how to shoot. But the knowledge, the technology, the stuff that's out there. I mean, we read Field and Stream. Yep. As I started to get a little older, like the VHS tapes started coming out with like Noel Feather on there and like the early guys out there. And it was so prehistoric. Like the shit that they would tell you wasn't even, some of it made sense and some of it didn't. But you had to get out there. You had to put boots on the ground and you had to learn. And everything I've learned has been, mostly just trial and error and a lot of error.
Yep.
But I was very fortunate too, when I grew up, that I worked around a lot of sporting goods stuff. I ran a sporting goods store, archery pro shop. We had our own 3D course with 40 outdoor targets on it. So talking to the old timers is now like a podcast, but it was a podcast back then, one-on-one. You know what I mean? We're able to share our stuff and give people who are watching. I'm sure there's people tuning in this show that don't have a lot of experience. And, my key thing is with you three guys is we don't ever want to lose sight of being able to educate somebody. If you got questions, all you got to do is type in and ask us. And by far, I'm no professional. Listen, there's guys out there run circles around me. as you can see, I've been fortunate to take some beautiful deer in my day, but I'll never say I'm a professional. I'm just somebody who's got a lot of time in the woods, and I can probably answer questions.
Yeah, I don't think there is such thing as a professional.
And that's what I was about to say. Anyone that says that they're a professional hunter, no, you just get paid to be on various places and hunt. You're not a professional hunter. You're no better than anybody else. You just have more opportunity compared to the guy that works 9 to 5 like we do.
Yeah, and if you take the technology away from a lot of these guys, they'd struggle.
They would
struggle,
Old Pecan Homestead asks, any of you guys into duck hunting? And he goes on here with the statement stating, just started recently. I find just as you guys are talking a lot of superstition. I've gone out as simple as possible and been successful. Then I've tried to up my game at a bunch of rigmarole and had no success. He goes on, we were just talking about professional hunter. Professional hunter means you got the money to pay someone else to set your hunt up for. That's true. I mean, you're basically calling up these guys. I'm not trying to dog them, but you're not a professional hunter. You just have the means to go to these places.
Yeah, you have the money to buy it.
Exactly. And it's not even you. You have corporations like fellas, and they're like, all right, we're going to pay for your $50,000 trip to Alaska to go hunt a moose, and you got to make sure you film it, and you got to get a moose.
And you got to sponsor the outfitter that did the moose and all that stuff to promote them. It's a hand in hand thing. I mean,
I don't like.
It's fun to watch.
No, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I'd like to do that. I mean, I don't want to.
Hell yeah!
I don't want to take. I don't want to make it seem like we're bashing somebody who worked really hard to get.
No, I'm just saying to use the term itself, professional hunter. You're not. I don't think.
Hell no.
No, everything. No. You have people working for you to make the hunt successful.
Well, they have that around here, like at the Kent County Airport and the DNR.
Oh, yeah.
Hunts or hires professional hunters to eradicate nuisance deer in the urban areas. And that was always my question to them. Well, what do you guys consider a professional hunter? Is it somebody that's on TV? Because that doesn't mean I'm a professional hunter. I know a lot of guys that probably would never want to be on TV that has probably killed more deer and bigger bucks than majority of those guys that consider themselves professional hunters.
And at that point, are they talking about just like a sharpshooter or like?
Yeah, they do that too. But then, and then you're not really; those aren't hunters; those are just,
Exactly.
Like in my opinion, you look at professional sports.
Yeah,
those were people that took their craft and they executed it at a high level, and they're doing it better than anybody else in the fucking world. And that's why they're in the position that they're at.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have a whole league for it. And it's to say that this is a professional hunter. I'm sure there's better people that have a better, if you're looking at like archery or gun, that has a better shot than a quote unquote professional hunter that they have going out there right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure Johnny and David could probably outshoot any of the guys on TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But don't get me wrong. Like Scott said, that was one of my dreams growing up as a kid.
Oh, absolutely.
I wanted to be one of these dudes that was on the Outdoor Channel. I wanted to be, the Primos guys. That was my dream, to be like the Primos guys, that got to go everywhere to all these, like when they would go to the Gila Mountains in New Mexico and they get to archery hunt basically probably for free, I'm sure. These trophy bull elk.
Yeah. That's, I think anyone in the hunting world, or they get into hunting, they're like, oh, I want to be able to do that one day. I mean, look at Dude Perfect. I mean, who doesn't want to basically, I'm not saying like hunting's playing around, but it's a fun hobby to play around. And who doesn't want to take their own passion and hobby and do it for a fucking living?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the hunting public guys are a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to think of how hard they work. I mean, I'm telling you, I went to Ohio for 4 or 5 days. And let me tell you something. It's a lot. And I mean, I didn't have to bust my ass. I put a tent up. We were staying with Jason and, going into state land. But I mean, you take that day in and day out. those guys, they don't have pre-hung stands. They go in and power scout a spot out, and then they hang a stand every hunt, or they hunt from the ground. Let me tell you something. Day in and day out, do it. I guarantee you it's a grind. You'll look at it more as a job than having fun. And I'm sure there's guys on that team that go, Jesus, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
This is what I really wanted. I mean, I question myself sometimes because not that I'm a star or not that but I've got a lot of people looking at me, and there's a lot out there, and it puts that pressure on you to be more than what you used to do. I mean, I always wanted to do the best that I could, whatever like if it was fishing, I wanted to get the big trout and the bucks and stuff. You always get that pressure, but now it's even like, well, it's do or die. I got to do this. I have to show this on social media. I got to show this to, what's going on. So it's honing me, to really put my nose to the grindstone and be better. But, it's those guys, man, I'm telling you, I bet by the end of a freaking filming season, them dudes are spent, man.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you figure all the thousands of hours they filmed.
Dudes sleeping in their freaking cars, driving to the
20-minute
destination.
show. Yeah, each one of their shows are 20 minutes.
Think about the editing alone to make those shows. Yeah. I mean, if I do a 20-minute video, I'm on it 2.5 hours, easy, just editing it.
Well, look at Brett. He's editing
he's
every day.
He's up all hours a night. That's why we never hear from him.
Editing during work. Just don't let
That's why we never hear from him. He's sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, he just pushes paper anyway.
Look, Brett has a busy schedule. He has to blow snow with his leaf blower. He has to get up.
True.
He has to edit, and then he has to eat. He might say hello once in a while on a text.
Yeah.
And then he's back to the grind again, and his kids and everything else. So it's not.
I did see something. I'm waiting for Brett to try. I think I sent it to you. The guy's using his push lawnmower in his driveway.
Yeah, in the group text, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's fucking genius."
I was like, dude, there's only better time. I know Brett's gonna get the rider out. His wife's gonna be videoing with the rider. Like, what the hell is my husband doing? What's wrong with him?
I would do that type of shit. Old Pecan, I'm actually just going to read it because it's a bunch. I'll just go by one. Old Pecan Homestead commented here there's that podcast from Hunter Pod where a guy they were interviewing said he believed he would kill the world record typical, but then goes on to say he had the opportunity, but he did not have the money to do it. And then the guy who offered it to him ended up taking the deer. I'm not taking it away from him that he has found a way to make money doing it or that it still takes a lot of work to get it on a film. But to compare the specific success of that hunt to someone who takes 140-inch deer on public, there's no comparison.
I agree.
Drop that 140-inch, just a deer.
My favorite probably is the do-it-yourself hunter.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you can take a 120 on public, where like say in Michigan, or even 115.
Oh man, 100.
I mean, you've done something.
Those 2.8s right there are off public land. That's the two, not the big guy. The two there, that's off public land. Walked in, found a spot, shot him. So it can be done.
Yeah.
It's not like it can't be done. And I'll tell you, be honest. It's nice having people push for you because they get antsy. So if you can figure out the people movement plus the deer movement, you'll do real good on public.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go in probably farther than most people are willing to.
Yeah. You either go in really far or you hunt those little tiny spots that no one looks at.
Yeah. Like that spot that I hunt, that's right off the road. And I just seen tons of deer all the time.
Yep.
But nobody will hunt it.
I remember going on a podcast as a guest and we were talking about goals and we were talking about realistic goals. And looking back on it now, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck was I saying about realistic goals? That's stupid. No, set goals for yourself, whether they're high or low, where the goals, set high ones, set ones that are just like, there's no way you can achieve. That way it's like, basically aim for the stars. Cause what's the worst you're going to do? Land on the moon.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because if you listen to the podcast, I think it was on Andrew's Die Hard podcast where we're talking about realistic goals.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. No, set high goals. Because my goal for me personally this year, after what I've personally been seeing and where I feel like I'm at personally in my hunting career or hunting life, or experience, however you want to define it, I want to harvest the next state record out of Michigan. It's going to be hard because it's hard to find.
Wake up early.
I'm trying to have a moment.
You gotta. It's a lot of luck in it too. You gotta let them go, and then hope the neighbors don't rail them.
But it's
if
you set high goals and set high standards for yourself, achieve them, and fuck the rest. Basically,
yeah. That's why I passed up. I think 6. Well, none of them I would say anything I would have even contemplated shooting. I mean, that 1.7 I saw was probably a 2-year-old. But
yeah, so anything is achievable if you put your mind to it.
Yeah,
so,
you just let them go. If somebody else shoots them, oh well. But if they don't, like in your case,
yeah,
you're gonna have some nice bucks on your property. Probably in 2 years, there's gonna be a couple real nice ones. I don't think they got the big ones that were on your property. They're too smart.
No, they were geniuses. Like this one that I called Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
The way he's gonna die is by pure age, by old
or car.
Or car, or just some.
Because I'm gonna be driving by your house all the time in my work van, and I'm just plowing shit. Bam!
You just go set up on the other side of the property.
Because as soon as I hit that, when I started getting that weird gay tendency, and then I looked, and there was a golf course right there. And I'm looking down and I'm driving and I'm like, all right, here comes this curve. And it only goes right. And then Brett's, place is down there on the left. And I look on the left and there's like 4 does. And one looked like it might've been a buck that lost his antlers. But then as I hit the curve, there's that little clearing on the left there, Brett, right on the corner.
Oh yeah.
There was like 5 does, probably 10 yards just sitting on the road. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get down and on the right, there was a whole bunch in the field there.
Yeah.
And it's all ag around there. I didn't realize how big of an agricultural area that is. It's all ag around Brett's house.
Yeah, it's a ton of it. And there's nice. I've e-scouted and there's a bunch of like small little pockets where it's like, I'd love to have access there or have access there. The one problem is the property around me is bought or leased or whatever by corporations. And the ones that have private owned property, you just can't do it because where I hunt is in the heavily hunted area.
Yeah, there's some good hunting out by you, man. That's what I was doing. I'm driving and the roads are for shit. And I'm like, dude, I'd like to scout that spot out. And then I look to the right and I'm like, God damn, I'd like to scout that spot out. But then I'm looking on my Hunt Stand app and I'm like, oh, this is all owned by this guy and this guy. And then some of them were LLCs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where that it's a company owns it and they do whatever the hell they want with it. Lease it out
they won't catch me.
It gets us to some comments here. Old Pecan here. My 2 biggest 144 and 130, a whole lot of 110 and 115 deer. I've killed a bunch of 3.5-year-olds. I think I've only taken a couple under 3.5. It wasn't until I started passing 3.5 that I took my 2 biggest.
Yep.
Next comment here is from Flavors Forest. Hello.
What's up, Flavors?
Flavors Forest.
My stuff's supposed to be in supposedly tonight sometime.
I gave some to a coworker. Kid loved it, man. Him and his girlfriend. Yeah. So you got another customer coming up.
Yeah, it was still in route.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I was texting. I think I was texting Nelson. Where the fuck's our code?
I have it. But
you want to share?
Tomorrow during our little team meeting there.
Okay.
But no,
him and I were setting up a code, and I wasn't sure if it's the same code that you were using for you or it's for Whitetail Advantage.
It's the same one all around.
Okay.
So
because we voted you off the island. If you want to hold some shit back, we're gonna feed with you.
Yeah. Now going to the woods.
You were in the doghouse, man. You were in the doghouse.
Anyway,
like, man, that motherfucker. I told him, I says, yeah, Johnny's got it. Nelson told me Johnny gave it to him like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Flavors Forest.
That long.
Yeah, he just said same code for all. Perfect. Getting back here. Old Pecan Homestead. My oldest son has taken three 3.5-year-old bucks. Damn. In 2 years, 2 on public and 1 on private. I got one of those hunts recorded.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's up on the channel. Is the name of your channel Old Pecan Homestead?
I have to check it out, man.
Yeah, that's checked out too. You lose Johnny, you lose me.
That's right. That's that thumb right on.
We'll put you on, Nelson. How's that?
Right?
And you can promote your stuff all day.
Let me flip flop you guys.
Trade Brett for Nelson.
I'm the best. You know what I just realized? Your name is Chuck Norris Apprentice.
Yeah, you haven't. It's been like that for a couple.
He's like
weeks.
that for like 2 shows already.
Yeah.
That's the perfect fitting for you. It's the wrong fitting because you're the biggest pussy I know.
Yeah. Yeah, to eat, I guess.
You got to be something.
I'm just going back to drinking my Typical. What do we want to talk about next? Oh, did you guys see that link I sent you?
No, I was at work. I mean, I clicked on it, then I was at work.
Okay, let me see.
If I did or I didn't.
It was it's from the National Deer Association. The title of the article is called "How State Wildlife Agencies Are Funded and What It Means for Deer Hunters." I'm not going to read all of it, but basically, here I'll just use this prime example out of this paragraph here. For example, earlier this year, Nebraska's Governor Jim Pillen launched the Clean Out the Closet initiative, aimed at consolidating funds that state agencies had, quote unquote, hoarded and redirecting them to the general fund. This move threatens the critical funding for wildlife conservation. Unfortunately, Nebraska is not alone. Similar proposals are also popping up across the country, including Pennsylvania's HP 1300, which sought to divert $150 million from the state's game fund to its Clean Streams Fund.
We're
And
doing that here.
it's just the saddest thing that funds are being redirected from the National Wildlife Conservation to basically their pockets. And another thing, no matter what, though, reading the article even more, there's this act that's called the Pittman and Robertson Wildlife Restoration Act. And basically it was passed in 1937. And no matter what, a small portion of the funds that come from your licenses go towards conservation. So no matter what, it has to go there.
It's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what, 5% to 95?
Who knows? They're never going to tell you.
No.
Like that video I sent with that guy who looked it all up, and he went and address checked all those people on the the higher rankings on the DNR, and he and that sat in that committee and just started busting people,
Yeah.
And it's kind of reminds me of what happened with the NRA with what's his name when they found out he was flying private jets and had $1,000 Armani suits and all kinds of crazy shit.
Well, it's just like Joel Osteen and the Preacher Mans and all that people that steal money from good people, man. It's everywhere, bro.
Hey,
It's
everyone
everywhere.
take a pause real quick and they go subscribe to Old Pecan Homestead.
I just did. That's why I was holding up the phone.
Oh, that's where you're on the phone?
Yeah,
That's
I was holding up the phone. I just subscribed
right
now.
Hold
Subscribe back to me, Outdoors and More with the Squatch. I'm on YouTube too. Thank you.
Flavors of Forest here. He said, "Yeah, I don't know much about hunting, just cooking. Doubt I would be good on the show."
Whatever you got done anyways.
Hey.
We could have a little cooking segment. Why not?
Hey, we like to eat, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Look at me.
I got a venison roast waiting for your shit to get here.
That's our Michigan Postal Service.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta get Flavors of the Forest on the show. Why we just thought of it to take us to now to get them on the show? I don't know.
Right?
No,
We're
they should come on. They should really come on.
I know.
We're just a bunch of fucking dumb hunters.
I'm just gonna fly out there and do a live show from there.
There you go.
That'd be cool.
Aren't
That
your
would-
arms going to get
That'd
tired?
be
then?
awesome.
Yeah, are your arms gonna get tired from flying?
Yeah.
You can be like a duck and fly.
You'd have to be a mighty duck.
Old Pecan there, I wouldn't put it past it. And
Yeah.
China's buying up a lot of our farmland over there too.
China bought up a lot of the farms over here by me. We've got like 3 that they own, and they won't even let you like come down the driveway for some reason. And I'm like, that's not good having a cell like that close. Man.
Well, Trump's going to fix that shit. That was one of his things he talked about.
I hope so, man. If he
Old
says it,
Pecan-
If he says it, it'll get done.
Yeah.
He made a comment. I wonder if those big properties owned by corporations are related to Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
Bezos.
Yeah,
from
Bezos. Yeah.
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff Bezos don't own Amazon no more.
No. Flavors. Wish I could have gotten Johnny here for the outdoor show this morning.
Oh, that would have been priceless.
Yeah.
Yep, y'all both. You could be making sandwiches and drinking tippy cow.
Right.
Dude, you guys.
I am gonna try it with my little dress, and I'm gonna try it.
Okay, does anybody out there like rum shada?
I don't even know what it is.
No, because it gives me the rum shitters, and I'm not drinking.
Hey, watch your language. We're on Facebook. Page,
oh, jeez, I'm so
People are
sorry.
very sensitive on Facebook.
Oh man,
not anymore.
Watch your fucking language.
Yeah. Hey, I just saw a penis. We're getting banned.
That's not a penis. That's just Brett. That's Brett.
Damn.
That's not a penis. His head just looks like a penis.
No, seriously though. I was listening to the Bellied Up podcast from the You Betcha guy and the Monotalk Minute guy, Charlie Barons, and we were up in the UP for my buddy for New Year's last year, so 2 years ago. And I saw the Tippy Cow logo there. I was like, oh, I gotta try it. I've been hearing all about it. And I fell in love with it. And then I tried the Shamrock Mint, fell in love with it. It's basically like rum shada, but just flavored.
There was something else that was like that.
Bailey's Irish.
Yeah,
cream.
Bailey's.
That's what he's like.
That's what I was thinking of. Bailey's.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents used to put that in coffee all the time and try to pretend
I do every morning.
Coffee.
And in no way are we partnering with them. Would I love to partner with them? Fuck yeah. But this stuff is just delicious. It's delicious. You guys can fuck off.
I got nothing else to say.
All right, here we go. You guys ready for something cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what were you going to bring up, Johnny?
Yeah.
Let me read Old Pecan's comment here.
Yep, you read it.
I can tell you this: the wildlife departments are no different than other government agencies. Corruption to the max. Are you familiar with people thinking CWD is a government grift?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that on our podcast Sunday. You know.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit for years.
And we talked about it a few episodes ago too.
Yeah. It's turned into a money. I think the first time I was on the podcast with Brett, the first time we got into this conversation, and it's just a money grab. There's so many millions of dollars out there.
It's no different than the scare tactics we went through in 2020.
Yep.
It's the same thing. They're trying to control us, and they're trying to control what we eat. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the insurance companies weren't being behind it either, because the rates go up so high for vehicle collisions with animals. Something, I'm telling you, man, you can call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever the frig you want to say, but let me tell you something. I took prepping, okay? They wanted to make me the head of the prepping class that I was in because the guy that was the president was getting ready to retire, and I didn't want all the popularity. But back in like 2017, 2018, when I was learning this shit, they were talking about pandemics, guys, and everybody's like, that'll never happen. And these, germ warfares and all this stuff. And and then what came along in 2020, right? So,
well, the fact that you guys spend $80, at least here in the state of Michigan, for a combo tag.
It's $100 here.
To hunt. It's $100 in New York.
Yeah.
You got to spend $100 fucking dollars
every year. Fucking $100, man.
That we are capable of. What?
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling. It should be like, I get.
They're talking about raising it again.
Yeah, I know. And the fact that, I get I'd like the prices to be, I'd love to know that my money for these tags are going to the right places, but I know it's not. It's still the government. But at the end of the day, it's like.
I think that's something we might run into that might not be like a big topic.
Yeah. But
I think it's going to be a concern to some of the new people that we have at couple of our camps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
There's going to be some people that just, that they don't have the funds to be dropping $75, $80, $90 and then $20 on a doe tag. You know.
I think it was $225 to go out to Ohio.
I think it's a $240 or something like that for Indiana for your for non-resident.
Yeah.
Arizona was $160. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it, but that doesn't even guarantee you anything.
That's one thing that we need to address in our new youth initiative camp that we're going to be trying to run. To the precursor to what we're going to be working on. You don't need to spend the $80 for a combo tag. Just get one tag and then just buy another one. And then
buy a doe tag for $20 and save yourself money.
Well, the great thing about here in Michigan is they also have the apprentice program too.
Exactly.
Yes. So I think that's what.
Unless they screw. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I thought it was only like 3 years. You can only use it up.
Yeah, my kids did it, and you can do 4 years. I think it is.
Is it 4?
I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4. You get 4 years of trying it out, and that 5th year, you have to determine if you're going to be going to do this or not.
Then it goes to the Liberty. Then they move up to the Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, what were you going to bring up?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh yeah. Brett is that. All right.
We're banned.
That's right. We're done. Brett has his wiener out.
It's a pinky.
All right. So the next topic, little game here: hunt, fight, and befriend.
Ooh, I like
hunt
this.
One, you gotta fight one, and then you have to befriend one. All right. There's gonna be 3 different animals. I have a whole list of them right here. So we're gonna go with Brett. Brett's gonna be first. Okay. You have a Cape buffalo, a honey badger, and let's do a tiger.
Oh God, those are good ones. Oh man,
Jesus Christ!
I'm going to
fight and befriend.
I'm going to befriend the tiger because it's a fucking tiger.
They are badass.
And then I had to fight. And what was the other one?
I think it was a Cape buffalo.
No,
and honey badger.
A honey badger and a Cape buffalo, but it's fight. And what am my last one?
Fight, hunt, and befriend.
I'm gonna fight the honey badger because it's just like it's tiny.
Me too.
And then I hunt the Cape buffalo.
Yeah, I'm saying to fuck away from Black Death.
Right?
You know?
Cape buffaloes can swim underwater.
Yeah, Cape buffaloes
they're brutal.
I don't want to fuck with a Cape buffalo.
Neither do I. Those things scare the shit out of me.
That's why they call them Black Death.
Gosh.
For a reason.
What's even worse is a hippo. Hippos are
the hippos are the worst. They kill more people than anything.
People in Africa every year.
Yep.
Hippos are like Honey Boo Boo's mom on fucking steroids, man.
Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo.
Like when she's pissed off in the trailer, watch her freak out, man.
That was before she had her weight loss surgery.
Yeah, she's, they just swell back up.
That's true.
It doesn't last.
All right, who's next?
All right, Dave, you're next. You ready?
Yeah.
So you hunt, fight, and befriend. A cougar, a silverback, and a giant squid.
Wait. Is it a 2-legged cougar or a 4-legged?
No, 4.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know which one I'm befriending.
They would just put you in the friend zone, Dave.
God. I don't think you have a chance against a giant squid in its element.
Well, no.
But a silverback gorilla is even more fucked up because it'll just rip your arms off and beat you with them.
Exactly.
And like a cougar's no kitty cat. So it's hunt, kill, and befriend.
Yep.
Well,
hunt, fight, and befriend. You got to fight them.
It's kind of easy.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't pick the one answer to befriend, you're fucking stupid.
Well, probably the cougar I'd befriend.
Why? Why the fuck?
I would take my chances against a cougar compared to a silverback gorilla or a giant squid.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys are fucking stupid.
You can at least defend yourself with a big stick or something if you got nothing on a cougar.
Well, there was that one dude who
and you fuck around with a gorilla, a silverback gorilla, who's basically like Arnold Schwarzenegger 5 times over on steroids.
Befriend the silverback and hunt the cougar.
I'd rather hunt
fight
the squid.
giant squid.
No, I ain't fighting no giant squid.
No.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
why.
that. No,
Yeah, you're right. I'd probably fight the cougar and befriend the gorilla and then kill the giant squid. Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I just need to really know this, okay? Because this is what runs through my mind. All right, just let's back up for a second. How exactly do you hunt a fucking squid?
Fishing.
You would be diving. You would be diving.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, because you're not going to find a squid in the woods, and if you think you do, we got issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And you're definitely not fighting one in their elements. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're drowning, dude.
I mean, even a Humboldt squid, you're fucked if they wanted to get you.
Oh, nice.
Flares for us, Johnny. I just picked up your patches for your Carhartt chef apron.
Oh,
nice.
Those aprons are freaking awesome,
man.
He sent me pictures of those Carhartt aprons. They are freaking.
Well, I want to keep one with the Whitetail Advantage one on there. That'd be sick.
I want to get like a t-shirt.
Hey, Nelson, you got to do one with Tippy Cow.
No, Brett's gonna have one topless. It's just gonna be a fucking waistband.
Or like those ones that unzip so you can breastfeed. And they'll have
Tippy Cow comes out.
Yeah, he'll have fake boobs with Tippy Cow in it.
Oh god.
Old Pecan Homestead, gorilla got thumbs and an enormous strength. Exactly. You gotta befriend the gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easy answer. Let's go on a Squatch. Let's see what this
All
does.
right, Squatch, you ready?
Oh, boy.
So you've got
Chewbacca.
Yeah, right. All right, you've got a lion, a black mamba.
Oh god.
And let's do a bighorn sheep.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm gonna do.
You get an apron too, Squatch.
I
think you're the only one not getting one, Brett.
Apparently, I'm the one not getting one.
They can't make one that goes around that head.
The foot. Those guys, let me tell you something, man. Outstanding. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
And they're Oregon Ducks fans. They're even better. Yes.
Dude, and they made some bomb-ass garlic dust. Don't forget that.
Everybody.
True. I've been putting that stuff that you gave me, John. Oh,
yeah.
I got a roast that's been in my refrigerator for 3 days because USPS sucks ass. And it's going to be here Monday. Nope. Now it's going to be here Tuesday. Now it's going to be here sometime tonight, maybe.
So, Johnny, I'm sorry because I was in special class in school. There was like a black mamba, so I'd probably befriend that damn thing. And then the you said a goat or something?
Bighorn sheep.
Okay, bighorn sheep. I'd hunt that freaking thing down.
I agree.
And then what was the other one?
A lion.
A lion.
Yeah, fight the lion. Frick it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I got big knives. I'd stab that bitch right in the throat. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
Jack him right up. Done.
Out of
I haven't
here.
made a cooking video yet.
Brett has not made me a cooking video. See,
Brett doesn't cook.
Yeah.
I get this stuff from my wife. But
wait a minute, he can make waffles. He can make
blueberry pancakes.
No, he doesn't know how to make pancakes.
Oh, that's right. His wife makes blueberry pancakes. I apologize.
Waffles in the toaster, pressed down.
Oh yeah, Lego my ego.
Hey, that is some good stuff. That was what I did in college. So F off.
I still eat Lego.
That and ramen noodles.
Ramen.
Ramen noodles the other night.
I have both of them in my kitchen right now.
If you watched on YouTube how they made ramen, you probably never eat it again.
Let me tell you something. I used to come home. I used to come home from school because we didn't have much, and I'd open one of them up and eat them fucking things dry. I didn't even cook.
We used to crumble them up like when I was in Iraq and Afghanistan, you'd crumble them up and put that seasoning packet in there, shake it up, and just eat it that way.
It's good.
Dude, that wasn't bad.
It's like super sodium, man. Your freaking heart starts racing.
Yeah, prison food.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Prison.
All right.
Let's do this. We gotta be serious. Let's pretend to be serious for this.
Let's be serial.
All right. Come on, guys. Let's be serial.
Hunt, fight, or kill, right? No, you take it over. Johnny, you're the host. You take that part over.
All right. Hunt, fight, and befriend. I wish I had like a little musical chime for friendship or something.
Something like that. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. All right, so you hunt one, you fight one, then you have to befriend one. Take one home to the family, right? So Brett, for example, we'll do a chimp, a hippo, and an anaconda.
Oh God.
Well, he's got to befriend a chimp because he is
gotta
one.
befriend a chimp.
They're related.
We're related. He's an orangutan.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
But I mean, you're not going to win in a fight against, like when I say fight, I'm talking like a fist fight.
It was an anaconda. What was the other one?
A hippo.
Well, you're fucking dead on both of those. You're dead on both of those.
I'm dead no matter what. So I'm going to attempt to kill it.
What was the other one, Johnny?
An anaconda.
I'm dead either way.
Anaconda,
A hippo,
a chimp, and a hippo.
I'll just Bruce Lee that shit to the anaconda.
I mean, your odds are better with a chimp. I mean,
No,
really.
I mean, it would rip you from limb to limb.
Yeah.
You never saw that.
Anaconda gets a hold of you. It's going to crush every bone on you.
Yeah,
You
but
ain't
it's a
getting
snake.
loose.
You hit it with a shovel, it's dead. Big deal.
Well,
Yeah,
if you got a shovel, but he's talking fist fighting.
But
Yeah.
Wait.
Choke it out.
I want to befriend the hippo because they're cute and cuddly.
And they'll
I'm going
kill
to
you.
fight the
They're
chimp
bad.
because I can take that little motherfucker. And then
He
I'm gonna
hates his
kill the
cousin.
anaconda.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys seen the trunk monkey? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
The trunk monkey security system?
Oh yeah.
Brett, have you seen it?
No.
You've never
it's
seen
It's
that?
a skit, right? And it's this
Yeah.
guy, the guy's sitting in his car, and these guys try to break in. He goes, deploy the trunk monkey. He hits a button. This chimpanzee comes out with a bat, goes out and fucking beats the guy down the street.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a trunk monkey.
Yeah. Dude, that shit was
Oh.
funny.
I think I know
It's
what you're talking about.
hysterical,
Yeah.
man. It's
When the
funny
guy
as
has
hell.
road rage. And
Yeah.
he gets out and starts
Yeah.
yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy just hits a button and this chimp jumps on and goes, wow.
I'll tell you, there has been occasions where I have been the trunk monkey. I've come out swinging with a fucking bat. I'm telling you.
Out of a trunk?
out of the back seat.
Oh.
Back in my younger days.
Johnny, take it over.
All right. All right.
There's dead paws there. Take control.
All right, Dave, you
He
ready?
was thinking.
Sure.
We've got a bull shark,
Ooh.
a cheetah, and a giraffe.
What the fuck? You give him the lovely cuddly ones and I get the murder ones?
Yeah, but he has to murder one of them.
Yeah, good point.
I'd befriend the giraffe.
No, you got to
Even though
hunt
I'd
the
really
giraffe
like
so
to hunt,
Johnny
I'd
can
like-
have the loin.
Yeah. Well, I take that back. Yeah, because he wants a neck roast.
Yeah,
I'll hunt
absolutely.
the giraffe. I'll fist fight a bull shark. And then what's the other one I have to?
I can't remember now. Oh, a cheetah.
Yeah. And then I'll whatever I have to do to the cheetah.
You should befriend the giraffe and just hang over that thing.
Well, I want to get Johnny a neck roast.
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
You gotta
Well,
befriend.
if I hunt the giraffe, then I
that
get
way
the
when
neck
you're
roast.
driving down the highway, you can go underneath an underpass.
I mean,
and
it's
come
not going to be
fucking
funny when I make friends with a giraffe, and the next though Johnny comes over with with his Chuck Norris chop and kills
Right.
the fucker, you know, and I'm like,
Roundhouse.
you just killed Larry. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
No,
And
it was
Dave's gonna get all pissed at
Jeffrey.
me.
Jeffrey was his name from
Yeah,
Right?
Jeffrey.
Toys
Yeah,
R
it
Us.
was.
Toys R Us, man.
Yeah, we're all
I can see
pedophiles
John with
hanged
a
out.
spear from like the 1950s just running at the draft going, "Ah!"
Yeah. Hey, Thundercats, ho!
That's right. Leonidas is sword. Ah.
Low-key can't hear. Anaconda has no interest in eating you if it's fed. LOL. Chimpanzees can make irrational decisions like people.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, good point. Flavors of forest. Everything besides the shark drowns.
Yeah,
True.
Good
that's
point.
true.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I really don't want to fuck with anything in the water.
All right, Squatch, your turn. Ready?
All right, bring it.
A sea lion, a grizzly bear, and a saltwater crocodile.
Ooh.
Holy crap. Oh, God.
This is what I do at work. I
You
make
don't do
friends.
shit. We've already talked. I already
Yeah,
know
we've talked.
what you do at work. Which
Yes,
is
I'm gonna
little and
fight-
nothing.
I'm gonna fight the sea lion just because I've always wanted to club one of those little bastards to death.
like the old videos.
Yeah, like the Eskimos do.
Yeah.
Just flatten them. Okay, so then I'm left with what now?
Grizzly and
a saltwater
croc.
Jesus. I'm gonna hunt the saltwater croc and fight the grizzly.
Yep.
Maybe.
Nice.
I'm gonna lose, but
yeah. It's probably a slower death with the grizzly.
I mean, I got a paw that's almost as big as a grizzly, but
right.
I'm not gonna win against a grizzly. No way.
All right, Brett.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing, John?
Ready for yours?
Yeah, I guess.
You have a hammerhead card?
Cow? Did you run out of tippy cow? Do you need another shot?
Yeah, I ran out of tippy cow.
Oh,
all right, go get yourself a drink. We'll be right back.
Go tell your wife to bring you some tippy cow.
No,
go
that's okay. I'll
we'll
wait.
take a break for our sponsored moment here.
Yeah.
All right,
and we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back already.
Great.
No,
all right, Brett, you ready?
Yep.
All right, fight, hunt, and befriend. A duck, a goose, a swan. Go.
Those are all easy.
Not for Brett.
Yeah, not for Brett.
See, he's already trying to. His brains, smoke's rolling outside of his head.
Dude,
Can I use a golf club?
Because he's befriended all of them on the golf course, guys.
Well, he's probably had nightmares from the geese chasing him on the golf course.
Here, Brett, use this. Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Dude, no, he's gonna put a hole in everything but a bird.
I'm gonna befriend the duck, obviously.
Why? What's the reasoning for that?
I'd hunt the duck. They taste good.
Oh my god!
No, fuck off.
What? Because you like Donald Duck, don't you?
These are my choices, not yours. Don't influence me on your decisions.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fold to your guys'.
His choices may be disturbing, but they're his.
That's right.
They're mine. It's my choices, my body.
Mine alone.
It's like watching a kid color a scenery in the background, and he makes the grass
with one
red.
color crayon.
Red, and it's like, really?
I think it's really funny when his head blends into the background, and you just see this like orange quarter circle in the black tile. And you're like, what is that?
That's actually the background, Johnny. That's not his head.
Oh, dude. Yeah, his eyes are closed.
He's
Sorry.
got orange and black background.
I'm befriending the duck. I'm gonna kill the goose.
Oh.
What is a swan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And fight the swan.
I have to fight the swan.
Fight that ugly duckling.
I'm gonna fight that swan. I'm gonna fight that swan.
I've been chased by geese.
Yeah, me too.
Dude,
those things
like
are brutal.
Trikes and stuff. Them things are nasty, man.
They're ornery little bastards.
Especially when they got their eggs, they will chase you all over around the pond.
Old Pecan coming in with all this talk of primates. Who keeps thinking of Joe Rogan?
Man, yeah, that dude's totally won. All right, Brett, take over. I'm done.
Hey, did you see that video? It was on his podcast where he had Zuckerman on there.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that yet.
Dude, that was so funny. He was talking about how he's like this hunter and everything, and Joe's like leading him into it, and he's basically suckering him. And he's talking about, I got a couple bows. So Joe's like, and I hunt, But what kind of bow you got? And it's like a pause, and then they go to Joe, and you can see Joe's like, try not to laugh. I don't remember. I bought it a couple years ago. I just bought another one. And then he's like, well, what's that? And then he's like, I don't remember. Cause he's like, bullshit. You don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
That guy is weird, man.
He is really. Do you know that guy is like a third degree black belt jiu-jitsu black belt? He's won numerous black belt tournaments or jiu-jitsu tournaments
Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah, that dude's a badass at jiu-jitsu.
Mark?
They were supposed to fight, weren't they? They were supposed to have an exhibition fight.
Oh, that would have been priceless to see.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, believe it or not, that little scrawny bastard is a badass in jiu-jitsu.
No, he's not.
We got Johnny.
He's on he was on Rogan's podcast, and he was actually showing him when he won a tournament.
What the fuck?
That's because he's a robot. He's a fucking robot.
No, man, he's a professional fighter.
He's a robot.
Nah, he get fucked up in the MMA, but in jiu-jitsu, he's actually pretty good.
Who?
He's
Rogan?
built for it though. No,
Rogan? No.
Rogan is a kickboxer. He actually competed.
Yeah,
he was a professional kickboxer.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was old Pekin.
The lizard.
Right. Zuckerberg lizard.
Hey, you know who he reminds me of? That show V that used to be on TV.
Dude, I love that series.
And they were
lizards.
That
was back in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were lizards. And they got on there, man, and you didn't know if you were talking to a lizard or not. And they were like, and they come out. I hated that fucking.
It was like
show.
an alien series back in the 80s. That was
we're talking the ones from outer space, not the illegal.
Yeah,
ones.
Not the ones over in Mexico or in Guatemala.
Right. Yeah, they're just as bad.
In Haiti.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, what do you got for us next, Mr. Bovin, sir?
Fuck, I don't know. This show went so left field. I have no idea.
We're banned on 3 platforms. What else can we do?
We're only on 2.
Yeah. I think we're still on Carbon TV, maybe.
Hopefully.
As long as Brett keeps his pants in, there they go.
Yeah.
Shit.
Honestly,
so
I didn't have.
You guys want to go? I want to go down to Indiana in March and do some scouting if you're up for it. I'm driving down if you want to ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can get away, stay at a hotel on the weekend. You know, there's one right at right by French Lick, which is basically where we're going to be by.
I've done that with a few girls.
Old Pekin Homestead.
Eddie Bravo was a badass.
Sure.
That's old school there.
Let me finish the comment.
We can all read.
Well, I gotta read the people listening. I'd pay for front seats to watch Eddie Bravo kick Mark Zuckerberg's thing. Wait, are we talking about Eddie Bravo from the video game?
Hold on, where's my cricket sounds?
Yeah. There it is.
You guys don't know.
I have no idea, dude.
That's his name. The video game. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where he was like up in outer space, and his name was Bravo, but I thought it was.
That's a
cartoon.
Isn't
that Johnny Bravo?
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
That's a cartoon.
He was never in outer space.
TV show. I don't know. I thought this was a hunting podcast. Now we're talking about video games. Like, what the heck?
That's Eddie Bravo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's a martial arts instructor.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
He's one of the top guys as far as teaching in the MMA.
What about the Gracies? Where did the Gracies fall with the Bravos?
What's that?
Gracie's. Well, see, jiu-jitsu started in Japan. That's where jiu-jitsu and basically every martial art almost started from. And then Brazil did their own thing. The Gracies, yep. Yeah, Royce and the Gracies.
That's what they taught you in Special Forces.
Yeah.
They should have.
So Matt Hamill, he's from you're neck to the woods there, Squatch. He's from Syracuse area.
Yep.
But he won, I want to say it was like Ultimate Fighter 3 or something like that. When I was up in Fort Drum, he was up there teaching us combatives.
Yeah. And
we had to go in for a clinch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a dick. I'll be honest. I was making fun of him because he's deaf.
Mm-hmm.
I was turning around and talking to my buddy. I was, making fun of him, That dude hit me so fucking hard and just dropped me, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was like instant karma.
Yeah, he's like, how do you like me now, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly. I get up, man, and you have to get the clinch, and he just shit rocked me. I was like, I'm done.
When I was in the police academy, I got taught basic fighter maneuvers and grappling, stuff like that, from a former UFC fighter. And he had his own. He has his own, as far as I know, his own dojo here locally in Michigan. And
is that what's his name? Shit, what's Dan Severance?
No, he was a former cop for the city of Kalamazoo, and Amir Akilla, I think was his name, if I remember correctly. But he had his own studio, his own dojo, and he brought his students in majority of the time to help teach us the stuff that we were training on. And at the time, I was like, all right, I was in shape, I could fight, stuff like that. I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna hold my own. I love to be on the ground and grapple and shit like that. I swear, the guy that I went up against, I was probably $185. He was probably $120. And I'm just huffing and puffing, just going, trying to like get out of the hole that he was getting me in. And he's just going, yeah, yeah, hey, sir, how's it going? Just having a nice conversation, not even breaking a sweat, not even the slightest of heavy breathing. And I'm just like, what the F is going on?
I need a Marlboro.
Suck.
I love the skit that Rodney Carrington does about fighting. He says, yeah, I was a badass. He said, I get in bar fights. He says, I pull down my pants. You can scare a big guy with a little pecker.
You can scare anybody with a little pecker.
That's right.
He's a funny dude, man.
So when are you getting your mobile set up there, Brett?
Hopefully at tax time I get my tax check.
Nice.
I told my wife I need to at least have that ability because we'd be going out of state to hunt. And I've looked at a couple products thanks to Johnny. I've already got a saddle, so thank you, Johnny. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
awesome.
I've been looking at some sticks. I found a couple that I like already. And then the platform, I found a couple that I like already, and primarily a couple of them are mainly from I'm drawing a blank. It starts with a T.
Tethered.
No. It starts with
a hang-on stand?
Trophy line.
Oh, okay.
I was drawing a blank right there. Yep. But yeah. It's they're sold out right now. Their sticks and their platform, they came out. It starts with an M.
I don't know a lot about Trophy Line. They're not.
I got their saddle.
No, the sticks they're called hyperlights, and they're
do they telescope out for the length and they collapse down inside of each other?
No,
not the carbon ones.
It's they're they're called the hyperlights, and they're made by this whatever called starts with an M. I can't remember right now. I'm drawing a blank.
Magnesium?
No.
The company name?
No, the metal that they use, it starts with an M. And it makes it extremely light.
I know a lot of them use carbon or some polycarbonate, or they'll use aluminum.
Maybe one.
Magnesium's heavy.
I'm trying to. I gotta look this up now.
Look it up.
I got it right here. Introducing the Hyperlight climbing stick made from a new groundbreaking material, Magnite.
Hyperlight
climbing sticks are 100% USA made, 16-inch double steps, blah, 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 17.5 ounces per stick. I will continue this when they sponsor us.
And in my opinion, I mean, I've looked at a whole bunch of different places, and so for me personally, I correlate the sports apparel companies to hunting. I correlate them kind of in adjacent in a way. In my opinion, it goes like Under Armour, Nike, and then Adidas, then like Reebok. That's my opinion of how things kind of go in that world. I always look to see what's in the hunting world that's like the Under Armour of the hunting world, what's the Nike and stuff like that. In my opinion, by looking at the reviews and all the stuff that's come out, Trophy Line is the Under Armour. And I'm not going with them because, in my opinion, they're their top brand, but the quality that I've seen that they put out and everything that's going along with it, it's great. Another stuff that I've been looking at is for home here in the state of Michigan is starts with an L. I'm drawing a blank.
Latitude.
Yep, they're out of Grand Rapids. I've seen they have some great work there too. So,
I have some of their sticks in my closet right now.
That's mine. The Trophy Line, line saddle.
The saddle.
See,
and I got
the XOP, baby, right there.
This is Frankie, Broadside Ambush Frank. He had this for over a year, and I asked him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, they're really good." And I'll tell you what, man, it's my first year using it, and it was very easy to use, very comfortable. So it's a good system. I run tethered grit sticks and tethered workhorse platform. The 4 sticks weigh 7 pounds. The platform's another 2. So, it's pretty lightweight. I need another stick. I need at least one more stick though. I gotta get up a little higher. Early season, you can get away with it because you got a canopy, but you can't fool their noses any time of the year.
That's why I went with the X3s over the X2s of XOPs.
I made 8ers.
They're 32 inches.
I made 8ers. So you got 3 steps per stick or 2?
Yeah, it comes 4 for like $180. You get 4 of them.
No, I mean a section. How many steps do you have on a section?
I think there's 3.
It's got to be 3.
Plus an 8er or
I use an 8er on my bottom one.
Yeah.
Because I can get about 27 feet with 4 sticks.
You get
I use the whole
easily. I can probably stretch it and put a single 8er on one of my other sticks.
I hunt about 30 every time, and like when we went hunting, Dave, I use that single stick climbing method.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that. It took a lot of practice to get used to and to get good at it. But that's what the off season's for. Find a tree and practice.
Do you rappel back down?
It goes down the same way.
Yep. Same exact way.
You don't.
And I went with the XOPs just for the fact that their standoffs are bigger than anybody else's.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking
and I got big feet, so I don't like going up the tree having my feet sideways.
I probably should.
I can hold them straight out and go up the tree.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at XOP stuff before David. I don't want to disclose it on the show.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I was looking at XOP before the stuff came about, and so a lot of their stuff is kind of on the top of my mind right now as well. And when I came over to Johnny's place, and he showed me his single stick setup, I thought it was great. And it's just me personally, the thing that scares me about it is it's the same thing I like about it is the same reason why I don't like it. It's easy to clip that string right into those grips, that's teeth.
Yep.
But I'd be scared of it kind of like just falling out like this way.
Oh, you're thinking on the lineman's rope when you're going up?
No, the stick itself.
On my
okay.
Personally, I need something to feel like, all right, mentally, I know it's wrapped around. That's not going fucking
That's
anywhere.
why I like on mine with their standoffs, the way they're designed to teeth, you can stick it right into the tree and let go of it. It'll hold to the tree by itself. And they designed
the way that his
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So I use the buckleless strap. In my opinion, it's more secure to the tree, and I got to it from Byron Horton. I tried it. And you just take the buckle off one end, and you can wrap around it, and you pull it through the button through the back side of the strap. And when you pull it, it locks it right to the button. And then I'll wrap around twice and then just do a real quick cinch knot. And it ain't going nowhere. It is. And I feel actually that way super safe. And I like the straps because I've done am steel, and am steel on hard trees will roll. And that's the problem I had with my other sticks. I had the Hawks, the Heliums.
Yeah.
And if you don't get a good bite on them when you're going up it, the rope will actually roll down a little bit, and you'll actually, and you're like, and I don't like that. Freaks me out if I'm up 25 feet and all of a sudden one of my sticks start to go down because it's not on secure.
I never heard anything good about those Helium. Like I heard like they're a light outside of that.
They're not light. They're heavy. They're heavy.
Hawk,
but they're inexpensive. They're inexpensive.
Oh,
they're made solid.
They were inexpensive. That's what it was. But they were basically, I didn't hear good reviews.
Their standoffs are horrible, in my opinion. I guess I would say horrible. If you were a smaller frame person, they work fine. But they're like, I think they're like maybe 3 inches, maybe. And when you go up them, you're basically your feet. You got to go up them like this or like this. That's why I like the XOPs, because I can put my foot right on it like this, and I can just go up.
Yeah.
So Brett, too, when you get your setup, buy this or ask me to buy it, and I'll send it out to you because I have rock climbing stores.
Is that the Kong, or do you got a regular rock climbing one?
That's called a Mad Rock.
Oh, okay. You got a Mad Rock. That's actually a rock climbing one.
Right. So what you do with this brake, the brake that's right there by my finger, that allows you, when you're tethered to the tree by your carabiner, you can adjust forward or back, and you just hold the slack. And if you do the one stick, you can repel with this, and that lever is your brake. That thing right there is $100. Just that
So
alone.
this is where my old Army training comes in. Should I just tie all my old knots?
Yep, and
I
know.
Repel yourself.
And it was so many years since I've done it. I'm up in the tree at like almost 40 feet. I tie the knot and I'm going through it in my head. I'm like, yeah, this is right. This is right. And I look down. I'm like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go down a little bit further. And instead of trying it at 40 feet, I'll try it at like 10. And sure enough, it worked. So I've done it ever since. But
yeah, I tried to saddle. I feel more secure and a lot of it's more comfortable for longer sets.
Yeah.
And I think the mobility is a little from when I had a saddle, there's a lot less movement to rotate.
yeah.
You don't rotate your whole body. You're just kind of moving your feet. And I've always been a hang on stand guy. And that's why when I went to the mobile hunting expo and I checked out that Rubicon, I mean, it's like 9 pounds and it's a huge platform. And I think I can get up in a tree and set up in 5 minutes.
How much does that run, Dave?
That one is I got it there, so they gave me a deal. I got 4 XOP, X3 sticks, and the Rubicon it was under $400.
Man.
At the Mobile Hunters Expo. But now I think that's what I was talking with Byron about, getting them on us with us so we can get some promo codes to get discounts, because I think the Rubicon is $279.
Mm-hmm.
And the sticks are $179.
Right.
Don't quote me on it. Let's see. There we go. So the X2s, those are their 2 steps. Those are super light. Those are like, I think they're maybe even under 2 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, $199 for a 4-pack of X3s. And then their stands, and they got their new one. I want to get their Cold War because that thing's stupid. Rubicon's $229. It's actually $50 cheaper than I thought.
Does it have a seat or is it just a platform?
Oh yeah, dude, it's got the most comfortable seat I've ever been in, and it's not the padded seat that it comes with.
Okay.
It's got some kind of a layered mesh. It's not even mesh, it's some kind of material in between.
When you get time,
that's what the seat looks like itself without the pad.
What's the hole? If you got to take a shit in the middle of it or something?
What's that?
It's got a hole in the middle of the seat.
Oh yeah, that's all. It's all cutouts.
Yeah,
that thing is stupid light. And let's see. Yeah, that's the mesh seat, but it's big.
Yeah. So you're running that. You're just running that in place of a saddle, like you're just running.
Yeah.
That quick setup. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's with the cushion on it.
Okay.
So for our listening audience over there, it is a tree stand.
Yeah.
Then before that, the seat.
So what attaches it to the tree, Dave? Is it
strapped? I actually use the straps. It has 2 straps.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about that seat is that seat folds while it's in the closed position when you with your backpack in it, and it has a thumb screw and it goes into a hole into the platform and it locks the seat so it doesn't fall.
Okay.
And you can use it as a pack out.
Yep.
You can set your backpack on it.
Nice.
And then also the stand itself has cut slots in the stem part.
Mm-hmm.
And you can unscrew thumb screws. So if you're in a tree where it's angled a little bit one way or the other, you can actually lift your stand up and set it into these jaws and lock it down to level you out into the stand tree.
I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I think I seen the hunting public guys using some kind of setup like that too. I don't know if it was that exact stand or not, but
I think Lone Wolf is really close to their stuff.
Oh yeah, it is a Lone Wolf. I think it is.
Lone Wolf is a lot of similar to the XOP.
Yeah,
but it's like half the cost.
Yeah,
of Lone Wolf shit.
Let's end on this, Johnny.
Rapid fire questions.
No.
Oh, okay.
Johnny, I want you to take a second because I know when I you and I were talking when I came over. Saddle hunting just kind of like poof, it's here.
Yeah.
Saddle hunting could be the traditional norm when you think of hunting. It's just tree stand, sitting up there, boom, let's go. That's generally what most people are thinking about when they first get into hunting. Saddle hunting can kind of be overwhelming or scary. It's like, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't want to get kind of into that. Or like, I'm just starting off trying to learn hunting, and I don't know how to learn saddle hunting. Break saddle hunting down into its most simplistic form and why people shouldn't be timid about it, and to be able to take a second to learn more about saddle hunting and how it's so beneficial, and why I'm getting into saddle hunting after 20 years basically of hunting.
Yeah. So I was a normal tree stand hunter, never hunted any other way. It was from the ground or in a tree stand, right? Well, when you're sitting in a tree stand, you want to you're sitting there facing one way, and you're like, oh, if a deer comes over this way, you war game it, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna rehearse this. Saddle hunting is like having a tree stand, but with a 360-degree range of fire. Or field of fire. You can shoot from any direction, any way. I mean, it's a game changer for anyone who's never saddle hunted. It's your ass is cradled into a little mesh seat, and you get to swing all around the tree. I mean, that's it. It's comfortable. I've sat out from sun up to sundown in my saddle. I've got a Phantom, and I love it. I mean, it's amazing. And you can sit there, kick your feet up, and just hang out, and you're in a tree. It's comfortable. But then again, you can also take that shot from your weak side, your strong side. You know, you have full 360-degree field of fire, and you can't get that with a normal tree stand.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing to be able to. The fact that it's so lightweight, and the fact that you can kind of be able to move around, coming from a person that's hunted, obviously primarily out of tree stands my entire life. There's a lot of times where I'm sitting in my tree. It's like, fuck, I wish I was just like right over there, or I'm stuck in this one tree. I don't want to maneuver. I don't want to take, cause I even asked you guys this. It's like, do I take it down and move the tree stand, or do I not? Like, what do I do? I had a more mobile setup, like a saddle. I don't have to worry about that. I can just go, all right, today I'm going to hunt out of this tree. Because
and that's the thing. It's a catch-22 because, you know, you set up, well, us three will set up in the mornings when it's still dark. Then the sun comes up and you're like, oh man, I saddle hunt. I should be in that tree over there versus this tree, you know? And then you're like, I could get down real quick and just set up over there. And there's been times where I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So I'd climb down when I know I should have just stayed there, you know? But yeah, if you're going to saddle hunt, it's a great thing. The mobility is unbeatable. You can pick a spot that you've never hunted before, walk in, set up, and hunt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hunt any other way for as long as God blesses me to be able to walk and climb a tree. So
I'm still going to hunt my tree stands, though, so fuck off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then the people that don't feel comfortable in a saddle, that think it's not for them. I mean, it's safer than people think.
It really actually is.
I mean, people think that you're going to fall out of the tree, and you got actually a better chance if you're not wearing a harness of falling out of a hang-on. If you're not wearing your harness, that you are.
Fall all the time.
Oh, dude, I got a brand new one. I'm going to get rid of that one my wife got me for Christmas a couple years ago. But yeah, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to go mobile because, like you said, I realized, okay, I thought the deer were going to be traveling here. They're traveling here.
Yeah.
I can get my stand down and pack it up and backpack it. I can be down in 5 minutes, and I could be moved over to this other spot and back up in the tree in another 5 minutes.
I mean, I can honestly
mobile is definitely the way to go. I mean, because otherwise you're screwed. Like Brett, you know, you're in a permanent stand. Well, you might as well just sit there and deal with it, and then move your stand, you know, take it down and move it, and pray to God you don't make a ton of noise.
But at the same time, I also yes, it's kind of it's like a catch-22. It's like, fuck, it sucks. I'm in this tree and they're moving over there. At the end of the day, that's kind of how that's how I was raised. It's how I was.
And you can still keep that on your property. That's what I like about it. I take the stand with me. I leave none of my scent when I'm in the tree. It's gone with me, just like the saddle hunting. But like with you, they're used to your stands because they've been there forever.
Yeah.
But if I went and sat on your property with my mobile stand, and there's a good chance they're going to see that stand, or they're going to notice something's different, and they're going to automatically, okay, I'm gonna go around this way now. I don't know what the hell that is, but that wasn't here yesterday. Or I smell something.
Yep.
It's like I say all the time that my style type of hunting is wit versus wit, at least on my property that I hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to have a more mobile setup to where I can move around on the piece of property that we own, and when we go to out of state or public places here in Michigan. But I like that wit versus wit. I take the whole year and thinking, all right, I'm gonna move the tree stand there. I think I got it figured out this year, and honestly, I don't every fucking year, and they beat me. And sometimes if I beat them, it just me personally.
Yeah.
When I harvest that deer, it's just like, yes, I did the right thing. And
the one beneficial thing I will say that will help you're gonna love a lot is, unless you got stands set up all over your property, if you go into a set and the wind's wrong, you go around to the other side, and set right up in the tree on downside of the wind, so you're not up the wind,
right?
And that makes it nice. You can leave your stands there, but if you're patterning this nice buck that's at the other end, and you're like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't move my stand over there, because then eventually they're going to notice there's a permanent there, or they're going to smell something, and you got your mobile set up. You're up the tree. When you're done hunting that night, you take it with you, and it's gone. There's nothing left there for them to wind.
And what's cool is if you got a good setup, you're seeing deer, you can leave your sticks on the tree, leave your platform in the tree, and just climb down and go back the next day and hunt the same spot again.
Yeah, I'll do that sometimes. I'll leave my stand if I'm in a good spot, and I'll just take my sticks with me.
Yeah, you could back down like 2 sticks and just take the other 2, leave. The other thing you can do too, Brett, especially like on your own property, when you're starting out, go to Walmart, buy those big clumsy heavy ass sticks that you can get, and put 4 or 5 of them up a tree and just leave it there. Bring your rope down or whatever that you want to do. Take your platform with you, take your saddle with you, bring a couple of your sticks in, the lightweight ones, put them down at the bottom, go up, and then just you can have setups all over. And you're not worried, like the Walmart shit's not expensive. So
right,
if I really like that idea, actually, because I want to at least have like 4 sticks that I can have. That way I can kind of keep on me.
Yeah.
But now that you said that, on the piece of property, I could take my platform down with me, and I can have, because I already know a general good areas on the property where I need to be placed at. I could put those cheap Walmart ones up a tree, climb my ass up one of those, and be, all right, I think this would be a good spot today. I'm gonna hunt out of here today. Now it's less wear and tear out there. I don't have to get out there as early, and I'm not working myself sweat up and working out basically as much to get up this stuff.
Are you mostly ladder stands on your property?
I got 2 ladders that I haven't hunted out of in years, and I have 2 360s that I hunt out of.
So hang on. Now you can still use those too with your saddle.
Yeah, Johnny told me about that.
Because a
lot of people do that hybrid hunting too.
Yeah, you can use it like but the advantage is your back's not up against the tree. You're still able to come around both sides of the tree and shoot. The problem that I have is I'm built like a 55-gallon drum, and when my tether that's coming off my chest to the tree, the wide it comes off, I'm fucking broad, man, and it's like it's hard. So when I draw back, my string is really close to that. So I have to watch, in relationship to where that tether is going towards the tree and the shots that I take. It's something I gotta work on a little bit more. But
I practiced all off season.
Yeah.
I just hung out from one tree and would shoot on one side, shoot the other. How to practice drawing.
I ended up getting mine in like September because it's a good chunk of change to throw out there, and I needed I needed to save some money. Like I said, that Mad Rock is $100 for that.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's the fun part, That's when I got my setup. I went in the tree I set my 3D target out.
Yeah, I
got home from work, grabbed my shit, went up in the tree in the backyard, shot it like 3 or 4 times, grabbed my gear, packed it back down. The more you use it, the more efficient. And you're going to find different stuff that you're going to see people do. And then you're going to go, well, this might work better for me this way. You can play. That's the nice thing about it. You can play with it. Like people hang their sticks on their sides, or they'll rope them up. Everybody will have a different way. And then the fun thing is you get to play. I mean, you might find something that works better for you that nobody else has even tried.
I took zip ties and put them at the top of the sticks and made a loop. And then I got a big carabiner that's like about, maybe that big. And I put that through one of the loops in the belt part of that tethered or the saddle. And then what I do is I take and the first 2 sticks I can put on the tree. So I just got 2 on my side that I got to carry up with me. And my backpack, I put the platform. So when I get up there, I just take them off my side, put it around the tree with the am steel, lock it on, and then, go up there and do what I got to do. Put the platform up. It's 1, 2, 3. And you know what? It's so funny. Like I've heard people say, well, oh, you didn't do it in the dark. Listen, if you got a headlamp on, it's not dark. It's like, you're looking at the same shit that you're looking at during the day. The biggest thing you're going to have to learn is the tree that you want to get in, make sure it's plumb. Because if it's not, if it's one way or the other, you're going to have a hard time. Like when you're tethered out, you're going to want to swing around the tree to the heavier side. So make sure you find a good straight up and down tree, because if the tree leans a little bit, you're going to be that pendulum up there. It's going to throw you off. And I had a tree that I got in. I really liked it. It's split. So I just put it, and it split like towards the back. So I put the tether to the furthest tree away from me, and it gave me, I could still adjust in or out with that mad rock, and it worked out great. I was able to hunt out of that and stuff. But it's little things like you just got to try it. It's how you set your sticks up when you go to get into your platform. What side you want to step into when you get in and out, and it's all that stuff. But I mean, it's definitely a learning curve. You'll enjoy it though. Once you get the hang of it, it's really great. It's really.
I fell in love with it when I was at Johnny's. Yeah, I love that. Flavors Force here, they made a comment. I have never heard of anyone hunting from a tree stand in Oregon.
You don't need to out there, man. It's such dense pine forest. Like their terrain out there is nothing like where we are in the Midwest. I mean, that's
it's you're probably more. It's because it's more spot and stalk out there.
Yeah.
And if you climb a tree, you got a freaking mountain lion staring back,
right? Yeah. Then you have to decide: are you
or Sasquatch?
I'm always in a tree.
That's right.
You guys want to do the outro with me?
Sure, let's go.
All right, guys, that's going to end tonight's show, episode 121, man. Like I said, when we first started off here, it was basically me and Dan. Dan's still part of the team here, but he had some family stuff come up and work employee stuff, but he's still part of the team. Wish him the best luck, and hopefully he's going to be coming back here soon.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a big fisherman. If I need fisherman stuff, he's my fucking go-to guy. I got him hooked on hunting, and
how's he on ice fishing?
That dude, like I said, you get the fishing with that guy. He knows that stuff, man. He helped me get my first pike, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
I haven't caught my bass yet. He's gonna help me get that still. Anyways, if this show gave you some good insight, made you laugh, made you think, please hit that like, thumbs up, and subscribe button. We greatly appreciate that. Our audio podcast gets released on Mondays and Wednesdays, at 5 a.m. So make sure to check out that. Rec Broadheads, if you use the code WA15, you can get a discount off of their broadheads. If you use the code, go to Bow Addicts, use the code WHTADV10, you get 10% discount off of their products. Make sure to go check out Madness Broadheads as well. Hopefully you got some good news coming with them here soon. I'm looking forward to that. Make sure to go check out Flavor of the Forest. Excited to be working with them. We have a code.
Use the code NITRO to save 15% on your next purchase.
Oh.
So he did get his own.
Whitetail.
Look at that.
Oh, no. Don't worry. Everything's coming back to Whitetail, plus others.
Okay. What was that code again?
NITRO to save 15%. NITRO.
I like it. All right. You can also catch us on Carbon TV. Make sure you give us a positive score. We'd greatly appreciate that. You can also find us on Waypoint TV as well. Make sure to go also check out Grizz Media. Looking forward to be working with them here more in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. We got some stuff going on too.
Squatch, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on YouTube. I got my channel on there, although I haven't put out any videos lately. With predator season here upon us, I'm hoping to change all that. Deer season was a real cluster, so I apologize to my viewers that I didn't really put anything up. But the best is yet to come. We're going to blow some coyotes up and shoot some foxes and maybe some bobcats. So,
oh yeah,
we'll see what happens.
That's right.
Outdoors and More with the Squatch on YouTube. You can find me.
And Dave?
Yeah, I'm on all the platforms. I'm on PSE Mobile Hunter on here and on YouTube. I got my channel on there, and I just recently started uploading some more stuff. But I'm on Facebook, but I'm not under PSE Mobile Hunter. That is my hashtag, so that's how you can find me on there as well.
Perfect. And Brett, where can they find the big guy?
Whitetail Advantage. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, with Carbon TV, Waypoint TV. There's another thing that I wanted to say. Oh, that's what it was. Go to our website, www.whitetailadvantage.com. Again, if you want to be a guest on the show, we never tell anybody no. We have our doors open type policy, and we actually mean that. So anybody is welcome to the show. If you want to book anybody from the show, myself, Johnny, Squatch, Dave, to be a guest on your podcast, you can set all that up on our website right there. Just make sure to go check out booking. It's under booking something. I can't remember at the top of my head, but you can go do that as well. Johnny, where can they find you at? And we'll close out the night.
I'm on Instagram. You can check me out at Johnny_Nitro_night with a K. And yeah, I post everything on there. And that's about it.
That's awesome.
Well, I do want to say one thing before we leave.
Yeah.
We got to get some of the rec. What are the big expandables they have? HXP. So we got to order them for turkey season.
Oh, I already have 3 of them here.
So I'm ready to order me a set. You're going to order the Magnus ones?
The Magnus bullheads.
Okay.
No, I used those last season. And I'll let you use an HXP when that one doesn't work.
I want to use an expandable on a turkey just for the damage, and I ain't got to worry about shoulder bones and all that crap. They do work phenomenal on turkeys, I will say that. Don't like them on deer or anything else, but turkeys, phenomenal.
Well, everyone, I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in for tonight's show and commenting. We greatly appreciate it. It's been a blast. That being said, we'll see everyone on episode 122 when we come back on Sunday, January, whatever date that is. So make sure to put your cord in the slot machine. We'll see everyone next Sunday. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night. See you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Whitetail Advantage Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.